Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Friday afternoon. It is time to review the CBSI Hot 10 list. This list comes out every Friday afternoon, highlighting the books for the week that tend to be on the move based on eBay sales, just general interest in the marketplace right now. So let's take a look at the list, and we'll start off with the honorable mentions. Let's take a peek at that first. So first off, we got Jungle Comics number 11. We've got a Dan Zolnarich. I think I pronounced that right. Zolnarich. I think I brutalized that name. A 4.5 just sold for $3,900. Says this pick is right up our friend Mighty Mel V's alley. The realism of the dinosaurs, just like they were in 25,000 BC. I am curious as to how Miss Javelin Thrower is going to launch that spear all the way across that river with no running start. Cool cover. You know, these Golden Age books, there's definitely a market for them. And CBSI likes to typically highlight one per week. So yeah, it's a cool cover. I can see why people are into that. The next one is Once and Future number 19, the Christian Ward cover, the 1 in 25 cover. I've talked about that on my channel this past week, that this is available at Boom Studios right now for 25 bucks. So there's still a small supply left. If you're interested, go over to boom-studios.com, click on the shop button and go under new releases. And under new releases, there should be a thing for Once and Future. Click on that and you'll see issue number 19 there. They'll have the regular, the 1 in 10, and then the 1 in 25 variant available. So yeah, if you like the cover, get it for $25. Don't go out and pay $50. There's only a couple of them on eBay anyways. So get them directly from Boom Studios. I think it's a beautiful cover. It's definitely one of the best covers from that series. And I agree with Ben here. There's probably not a lot of shops that ordered 25 A and B covers to get that incentive cover. So long term, I mean, I'm talking long term, I think it's a good play to have that book. Definitely, I don't think it's a flip. I don't really think it's that much of a flip opportunity. Maybe you can sell it to somebody for $50 on eBay perhaps and buy it for $25. I mean, that's certainly possible, but I think it's a better deal long term to hold that book. It's just a really cool cover, and I think people are always going to kind of dig that cover. All right, number 10 on the list is Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 2, the David Baldeon 1 in 25 variant. Yeah, it's a cool black and white cover. I remember looking at it on Midtown. I thought about grabbing it. I think at Midtown it had it for like $31. Yeah, a little bit over ratio. Says it's selling for $40 to $50 right now. I guess it says, surprised there hasn't been more homages to Spectacular Spider-Man number 101. This one is so close up and sideways, it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at initially. People like black and white covers, especially with Spider-Man, so I can see why that is a desirable book. I passed on it. Ultimately, I passed on it. I've just not been a fan of Marvel books lately. But if you find a deal on that, I would say if you find that for ratio price, maybe $25 to $30, it might be a good pickup. Number 9 is Something is Killing the Children, number 19, the Danny Lockhart 1 in 25 variant. Yeah, it's a cool looking cover. I passed on it. I could have got this from Things for Another World for $20. I passed on it. I've bought so many exclusives that are so much better than this cover. So I think my rationality was, yeah, I'm spending the money I would buy this. I'm buying exclusive covers from different stores that I think have way better artwork and lower print run. There's a lot of shops ordering 25 copies of Something is Killing the Children. So I don't think this ratio variant is that all that rare. Just there's so many shops ordering heavy on that book. So I would rather have a 400, 500 print run exclusive than to have this book. So that's my viewpoint on that. That's why I didn't pick that up. Number 8 is Ghost Rider number 28. First appearance, I believe, of the Midnight Suns. Just a really cool book. I've got a couple copies in my collection. I've got the direct and the newsstand. The newsstand is definitely hard to find. Remember, 1992 is the height of comic book fandom. That's right after Image came out in 91. A lot of books. Most books were direct, very few newsstands. So if you find this in a newsstand, you figure it's worth double what this is going for. So this was a $20 to $25 book, up to $40 to $50. Newsstand will easily be a $100 book if you can find it. It took me a couple weeks to find one last year when this was a $15 to $20 book all day long. So just warning you, if you want the newsstand, prepare to hunt. It's not going to be an easy find. Number 7 is Black Panther number 5. This is one of those books I had in my collection. I should have held on to it. First appearance, I think it's the first appearance of Shuri. Or maybe Shuri takes over the Black Panther. I can't remember. It's the first appearance of Shuri. Or she takes over the mantle of the Black Panther. It's one of those two. I'm sure somebody in the comments will correct me. This is a $100 raw book now. I'm sorry. It was a $100 book. Now it looks like they're topping out at $200 plus. Graded copies are hitting $550. Mine was definitely a 9.8 too. I think I sold it for like $40, something stupid low. Oh well, it's not going to be the last time I do that. I just didn't like the cover that much. I don't know. I just didn't care for the book. I don't have a lot of Black Panther comic books in my collection. I wish I had his first appearance, of course, the Fantastic Four, but one of those books I kind of wish I had held on to, but I didn't. Oh well. Number 6 is Darkhawk number 1, the Mike Deodato 1 in 50 variant. That came out, I think it comes out next week, actually, if I'm not mistaken, or it came out this Wednesday. Yeah, I think it came out this Wednesday. I don't know. It wasn't sold out for the longest time on Midtown. I think just this past week it started to get hot. But yeah, I mean, I think Midtown had it for like $50, right around ratio. Now it's selling for $75 to $100. I'm not a Darkhawk fan. I never collected the series originally, so this is not a book I would have grabbed anyways. The cover's okay. I don't think it's that great, but I can see why some people like it. But, how many shops are ordering 50 copies of this title? Probably not that many. I don't think this character is all that popular with comic book fans. So that's probably one of the reasons the price is being driven up on this book. That's my take on it. I don't know too many people that like Darkhawk, but I know they're out there. I know people are into that character. Number 5 is Spider-Man number 1. This is, I guess it was a $10 to $15 book, now selling around $50 to $60. This is the first meeting of Spider-Man and Miles Morales, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, I believe. Says, is this really a long-term play or just FOMO? Yeah, I think anything associated with Miles Morales is going to be hot for a long, long time. So, yeah, I don't know that I would pay top dollar for this book, but I'm sure you could find this book in a back issue bin fairly cheap. So that might be one to keep your eye out for if you're going into a local comic book shop. Maybe see if you can grab that, at a lower price. $50 to $60 I wouldn't recommend spending, but maybe if you could find it in that $10, $15, $20 range, that might be a good pickup. Number 4 is Black Panther number 2. This is a book. I think this is the first appearance of Shuri. Not a character I would like to put a lot of money into, but man, somebody is. A 9.8 is now selling around $1,100. I guess there were some set photos and reports were coming out on the Black Panther 2 set that she's taking over the mantle of Black Panther. It's a hot book. If you got that one in your collection, I saw somebody post the other day on, I think it was Instagram maybe. I think they must have had 20 copies of this book. So and they're sending them out for press and grading. So yeah, there's definitely some money to be made. I mean, this was a cover price book. This was not this is not a ratio book. This was something you could buy all day long for $3.99. So whoever had the foresight to grab a bunch of those when this came out, you've done well. I mean, I would get those graded for sure. Number 3 is Amazing Spider-Man number 544. This was a cover price book, now up to $25 to $30. People are figuring that the new Spidey movie is going to follow this storyline. I can't see this book going any higher. Seems like a sell now. One More Day storyline. Yeah, the other book that I think is done well, I talked about it earlier this week. There was a Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's 641. I think it was 641. That book also has some heat on it. There was a couple people that posted about it in the CBSI chat on Facebook page, and I started to see the prices move. I grabbed one online pretty cheap, and I know it's sold around $40 to $50, but I don't know. The trailer was pretty good. I mean, it looks interesting. I would have liked Spider-Man making the deal with Mephisto rather than Doctor Strange. I think that would have been better. That would have been more keeping to the original storyline. As you know, it's Mephisto that grants Spider-Man his wish to have everyone forget that he is Spider-Man, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So, I don't know. I think Mephisto would have been a lot cooler to see in the movie versus Doctor Strange. I think, especially since I own the first appearance of Mephisto, I would have been a lot more pleased to see Mephisto in the movie. That would have shot the price of that Silver Surfer number 3 book up for sure. Number 2 is Werewolf by Night number 1. This is the regular cover. There's also a 1 in 25 variant that I personally own. I love it. It's I can't remember the artist. I think it's a Japanese artist. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. I ordered it a while ago, and it hasn't done that well until just now, I believe. Werewolf by Night. I mean, you can see a regular copy now is $60 for that 2020 iteration. Where is that? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong book. I think there is a B cover listing here. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a E.M. Gist cover. Let me see here. I got that wrong. It's some Japanese artist. I think it's right here. Is this it? Oh, that's Werewolf by Night number 4. Man, I could have swore there is a... maybe type in 1 in 25. I know there's a ratio variant for this. I believe there is. Oh, this is the Takashi Osaka. Oh, that's number 2. Yeah, no, for number 1. What the hell is it? They don't have any listings on eBay? Wow. I wonder what that book's going for. I know I have it in my... Oh, here it is, right here. Oh, it's a 1 in 50. Jesus. Yeah, $150 book right now. I have that in my collection. I grabbed it originally. I think I paid only like $30 for it. I got it way under ratio. Tokashi Okazaki. I think I got that right. Just a cool looking cover. I grabbed that. It was a total cover buy for me. I had no idea that this book would ever get hot. So I do have that book in my collection. And I don't know. I think I saw somebody on Instagram sold a graded copy for about $350. So this book, you expect this book to get a lot hotter. It's just a cool looking cover. So be on the lookout for that book as you're out and about, especially in local comic book stores. You might find that on the wall somewhere, sitting in a back issue bin for not too much. I would grab that one if you see it. Number 1 is Oblivion Song number 1, the pink signature variant. I think I have the regular cover. I don't think I have the pink signature variant on this book, but I do have the regular cover. This book is hot. I guess it just got optioned. I guess Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be playing the main character. So, of course, that will explode the value in the comic book world once they make that announcement. So, you probably see another move on this upward when the trailer drops. Now, I was not a fan of this book. I think I picked up the first 3 or 4 issues. The story did not grab me. I don't really care for Kirkman's writing that much. I don't think he's that good. I know some people will say, "How dare you?" But I just don't like Kirkman that well. And believe me, I collected Walking Dead. I have issue 80 all the way to the end of the series. So I've read plenty of Kirkman. I've read his Invincible series. I think he's overrated. I don't think he's that great of a writer. That's my opinion. And I didn't think the series was that good. So I only picked up the first 4 issues. I'm glad I picked it up. It's doing well. So if you're looking to sell your extra copies or flip this book, I would wait until the trailer drops. That's when I think you're going to see another bump in price. So that's just my feelings on that. So out of the top 10 list this week, I got 1, 2, I think I got that Spider-Man number 1, 3, 4. I got 4 out of the top 10. Not bad, 40%. And I also have the honorable mention as well. Once in the Future number 19. I like that book as well. So that's it, guys. There is your Hot 10 list for the week. A lot of cool books on there. A lot of interesting stuff coming out. I mentioned this last night on my live stream. I got one of these bad boys in the mail this week. This is the Delato MegaCon exclusive Batman number 1. It's basically a reprint of the original Batman comic book with the Delato cover. It's a foil cover. I kind of wish it wasn't foil. This book looks so much better when it's not foil. So the original version of this is a French comic book for Batman number 7. And it's an expensive book. Raw copies are almost non-existent. Most of the time you're going to see it graded between $400 to $600. So if you happen to see this non-foil, it means it's a French comic book. It came out back in, it's got to be 2000, I don't know, 2010, 2011. I can't remember exactly. It came out several years ago, that French version. So it's been out there a long time. I mean, I've seen it before. Almost pulled the trigger a few times around $200 raw for this book, the original. But the foil is next best thing. If you can't afford the original, at least the foil is kind of nice to have. But it's a little too shiny. I prefer, the other one is so much easier to see and appreciate. So the foil's nice, but I'd rather have it non-foil. Just my opinion on that. All right, guys, that's all I had for you today. Hope you're having a great Friday. At least it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We've got the weekend ahead of us. I'm going to give a birthday shout out to my wife. It's her birthday this weekend, so we're going to go out and celebrate. We'll have a nice birthday dinner on Sunday and enjoy some time with the family. Hope you guys are going to have a good weekend as well, and I'll see you early next week. I'll probably do a live stream on Monday or Tuesday. All right, everyone. I'll see you soon.